everybody, today I'm sharing a few Europe travel tips. Bring a travel adapter, specifically the Type C. This is the one we used in Paris, Zurich, Milan, and Rome. Convenience stores around sell adapters, however, it is cheaper if you bring your own. I bought mine from an SM grocery store. The brand is Omni and this already had 3 adapters in a case. These are the apps that we used mostly during our travel. Install the City Mapper app to get around the city. It shows accurate arrival of the trains and buses, easy to understand and navigate, and shows all transportation options. Install Uber if the destination is too far or if you just don't want to use public transportation. We use the Rail Planner app for traveling between countries. We purchased the Eurail Global Pass from Klook and we added it on Rail Planner app to plan our inter-country train trips. Get Your Guide has more tour options than Klook. If you are traveling between countries and using the Eurail Global Pass, please make sure to book your train tickets at least a month in advance. The London to Paris train tickets get sold out fast. We had to take the long route from London to Paris. A train to Dover, then a ferry to Calais, then another train to Paris. It was an adventure we didn't want to ever do again. It was a whole day of travel. We also had to buy reserved seating for our Paris to Zurich and Zurich to Rome train ride. Travel light. It would be ideal to bring only one luggage per person. You can wash your clothes in the accommodation or a nearby laundromat, so no need to bring a lot of clothes with you and even shoes. It's okay to have an extra pair of shoes aside from the one you're already wearing. I used Skechers Go Walk during the whole trip, and it was one of the best outfit decisions I've made during the trip. I'm a big woman, so it made walking around much bearable. We just washed our clothes in the places we stayed at. We chose accommodations that had washing machines for our second and fourth stops. I just brought laundry detergent sachets with me. Going back to traveling light, most Paris metro do not have elevators and very tight turnstiles. We didn't have this concern with Zurich, Milan, and Rome. Make sure that you can lift and carry your luggage. You have to be quick when loading and getting off the train, metro, or bus. As a Filipino, tabo or bidets in the bathroom are important. I brought a makeshift bidet with me and I left it as well when it was time to go home. I used a 1 liter bottle and placed the hole in the cover. We would get the water from the tap and make sure it was refilled after every use. Of all our accommodations, the Milan apartment we stayed at was the only one that had a bidet, but this is how it looked like. The bidet was on a separate toilet where you pee or poo. It takes a bit of getting used to having to transfer to wash your bum, so for convenience, you can bring your makeshift bidet as well. My then 6-year-old was not a fan of walking around for too long, so I decided to bring a wagon with us. It was just tiring to carry when on the train, metro, or bus since it was a bit heavy, and we folded it when on the train, metro, or bus to save space. When my child is not in the wagon, we put our bags in water. Even if it was tiring to bring around while taking public transportation, we were able to use it a lot around in Paris. We were able to use it in Paris Disneyland as well. We used it a lot in Milan and Rome, except for the Colosseum and Vatican tour. It was big enough for my child to be able to sleep in as well. I would suggest this type of wagon that had an option to push or pull with the 2 types of handles. I bought this in Lazada for only 4,275 pesos. The wagon looked like this after the trip, and the good news is that we can still use it in our other trips. That's it for today. I hope you learn a few travel tips when you go to Europe. Until next time.